This tutorial is going to show you how to run and test Python code in Visual Studio Code with the Python extensions and PyTest. So you have two different methods. You can do either of these things, running and testing. You can either use the Run button in the Testing tab, or you can use the terminal. So I'm going to show first the terminal. You can open terminal if it's not open with terminal, new terminal, or you can use the keyboard with Control, not Command, Shift, and then the tick mark. Once you have the terminal open, to run your code, you can use Python and then the name of the file. In this case, it's arith.py. And nothing's going to print out because there was nothing in the file that would make any print statements. Even if I were to call one of these functions, for example, and I were to run that file, you wouldn't see anything output because there's no print statement. So if I add a print statement and save the file, you should see that the result prints out, which right now is incorrect. It's none. And a little bit more text there to make it clear. I can print some, the sum of 3 and 4 is whatever. But if you don't put those print statements, you're not going to see anything print out. The other way that you can run things is to just click this play button, and that'll open a new terminal and do the same thing, and then you can clean these up with the trash can. If you want to run PyTest from the terminal, you can type PyTest to run all the tests, and you can see each test and whether it's passing or failing and what the failure reason would be. And you can do the same thing from this testing tab. You can click the play button and see the results of the test outputting. So I correct these tests so that some of them are not failing, and save the file. You'll see that they go green. And if I want to inspect a test failure, I can either look at that in the terminal under the specific test, or I can find that by clicking down to the tests with these arrows and then clicking on the file button. Once I see that red text at the test, I can click on it and see what the reason was. -2 plus 2 should be 0, but I'm returning none instead. So I'm going to go back to my code and fix it. And now whether I do PyTest or I click this play button, they should all pass. So that will conclude this tutorial.